This is the Just Steph Show, and I'm your host, Steph Palermo, your Italian Boston girl who's an empath, healer, and all-around seeker of wisdom. Tune in weekly for advice on how to live your best life at work, home, or play so you can feel groovy every day. Hey, it's Just Steph. This is the Just Steph Show. Everybody has two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. We're second lifers. We're empty nesters, newly single, and those starting over age 3. Your healthy, happy, hip years are just beginning. So it is Wednesday, and it is life lessons from Just Steph, and really ultimately from Sicily. So say hi in the chat so I can shout out to you. And of course, if you watch later, do hashtag replay. And it is not Love Card Friday. It is the Just Steph Show. So Love Card Friday is just that. It's on Friday. So it's all this technology. It's just too much all going on. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you today about the bigger picture. But first, before I do that, I've got so much happening. It's very exciting. Things are evolving quickly, and I've opened up a retreat for June, and it's June 10th through the 18th, 8 nights, 10 days, and as well, I have 2 weeks in September. These are concierge retreats. It's the itinerary. There's a sample itinerary. However, when we meet prior to, we will determine the itinerary based upon your needs. This is all about you. You are going to get everything you need from me that week in terms of identifying who you really are, your soul's desires, the path that you need to get back on, and along with any healing that needs to be done, and clearing of beliefs and ideas and thoughts that don't serve you, and getting you on that path to the best version of yourself, a purpose-driven life that is filled with joy, laughter, love, and abundance. I will be offering readings every single day. Maybe we'll pull some cards, but we'll also be going to sacred sites and having healing time. We'll be going to, hopefully, if they're open, I know that they're opening everything up now, but we are going to be going to the healing springs of Shaka. There's so much to see and do in Sicily, but mostly it's about you getting on your path, your right path towards the best version of yourself and the life that is meant for you. It's getting that connection to the other side of the veil. Do you know what I mean by the veil? The veil is, we're blinded by the veil. We can't see the other side, that spiritual connection, the connection with God, the divine, our higher selves, our inner being. We're going to be pulling back the veil and hearing from the other side what your life was meant to be and is meant to be. And we're going to be doing this in Sicily. So you definitely want to get with me if you want to have you want to have this experience with me. If you want to even talk about it and see if it's aligned to you, you definitely want to jump on my website. Go to juststeph.com, and under services, you'll see that the retreats are there. So you definitely want to do that. And of course, you want to get a hold of my last book, my latest book. It's not personal, Sunny. It's business, and that is for sale with lessons. So it's a book study, and you get a signed copy of my book from me, and access to the book study taught by me on my book. Okay, so that's it for that. So now I want to talk to you about the bigger picture. And picture this, you have um, parents, and this has happened in my world, with with my ex and how he deals with the children. And I'm sure, to some degree we all do this, but we don't realize that there's a bigger picture when we don't deal with our children properly with regards to the other person, the other parent. And I'm saying this in this sort of framework so you can understand. So if the father in the house ignores the mom, treats her like she's a joke, mistreats her, condescends her, all done, even if it's subtle, and if it's not out and out abuse. Not only does that do a grave disservice to the mom, and it diminishes her uh, authority. What it does is it teaches the children how to treat other people in their lives, and especially if there's boys, young men, that's how they're going to treat their wives. And the flip side of that is if there are girls, they may treat men that way, but it's also that that's how they will allow themselves to be treated. There's a much bigger picture. And I say this because I think that's a good example. The picture is big, more than just sticking it to that one person. And we have an obligation to ourselves and the people around us to be an example and to make corrections as necessary. So if there were children or younger people at my house, even if it was, we had a Sunday dinner and one of the kids said something that was, or did something that was out of line. Back in the day, my aunt, one of my aunts, my uncles, they would reprimand us. My mother wouldn't say a word because they were right. Today, everybody's up in arms. But here's the deal. When we participate in a community, we're all called to be in community, right? We're created to live in community. And when we help each other in the understanding of life, or what maybe they're not seeing things the right way, whether it's a younger person or somebody in your group, there's a bigger picture. It helps people to be connected to the whole, okay? And helps people to understand how life is meant to be lived and how we're meant to live in community. And it teaches people how to treat other people. We train other people by how they treat us, how what we allow them to do to us, and how we respond to that, and how we respond to other people. And instead of coming from a place of love of self and love of the other person, many times we come from a place of anger, resentment, whatever it is, hurt, blame. And I'm trying to get you to understand that in a community, we're there to support, uplift, encourage, and sometimes correct one another. to help everybody be the best version of themselves. We have this obligation. There's a bigger picture than just you or just them. There's an entire world out there. And what people don't realize is, we have all this, and and sometimes I do this myself. We don't realize, we sing, okay, let there be peace on earth, with the whole my brother and all that stuff. We say, oh, okay, well, this one's, my brother, but that one isn't. But the truth is, by the very nature of our souls being a piece of the divine, by the fact that our inner being dwells within us, and the same inner being dwells in that person and the other people over there in the other part of the world, the people that we don't like because they're doing this or that. If we can understand that everybody has a piece of the divine within, everybody is our brother or our sister. We are the family of the universe, of spirit. We're one big family, one big human family. And if we can understand that, there is a bigger picture to our behavior, our actions, how we treat ourselves, how we love ourselves, and how we handle the people around us. Maybe this world would change a little bit. Maybe it would be different. Think about that. Think about a world where we were all aligned to our purpose and soul driven. We stayed in our lane for our purpose, and we were also there to help and love and support the people around us and really care about ourselves and the people around us enough to do the next right thing. And in my mind pops politicians in my head. It's coming up in my head, and I'm not going to sit here and talk politics, but I think can people put their head down at night, every person, knowing they did the next right thing today and this day? Can you put your head down at night knowing you lived your best life today for yourself and the people around you? And sometimes that means saying, hey, this isn't working. What you're doing isn't working. I don't know. You have to decide. You have to decide what works for you, but you do need to realize there is a bigger picture here. So, all you politicians, you can share this if if you're watching this and you have friends who are politicians, just please ask yourself, can I put my head down at night knowing that I cared for the people around me and I cared for myself and I did the next right thing? If you're a doctor, if you're a teacher, if you're a lawyer, if you collect the garbage, did you do the next right thing? Because there's a bigger picture here. It's bigger than just you. And you are part of something amazing, and that's the family, the human family. So that's all I have for you on that subject, but I'm going to pull a grace card for you because I love you. Let's see. Imagination. Life's difficulties are a call to consciousness, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. Life's difficulties are a call to consciousness. So maybe a difficulty may be with some other person, right? You have to agree. This is a learning time, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. Are you limited? I know a lot of limited people. It's sad. It really is sad how they treat themselves and how they treat other people. I could just cry about it. I can. So that's it for today. Tomorrow is Thursday, and hopefully we'll get to the Just Steph rules of dating tomorrow. And of course, Friday is Love Cut Friday. It's supposed to snow here in Boston. Who doesn't love a snow day? Anyway, I hope that you have an amazing Wednesday. Take a risk, be vulnerable, share your heart and love always. Know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. I love you. I do. Thanks for tuning in to the Just Steph Show. I really care about you, your happiness, and helping you make great choices for your life. So tune in next week for more wisdom from me. In the meantime, follow me on my Just Steph Facebook page, on Twitter at Steph Palermo. My Instagram account is JustSteph1, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Steph Palermo. See you next week. Ciao, ciao, baby.